make it yet. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's fire it up. Come on, come on, come on. There it is. What's going on, everybody? Andrew Wall here with another YouTube certified channel review. Thank you, everybody, for waiting. It's a little bit later today, but I've got a really interesting one that is one of my patrons that needed help. They've been putting in so much effort into their channel. It's a comedy group collective, and they've tried everything that they can think of to grow their channel, and they just can't make it happen. I've got that fire advice. I've got that incredible tactics that I think can work, but it's going to require some fundamental changes to your thinking, Cat in the Box Studios, in order to grow and in order to succeed. And so I think a lot of you guys can relate to this. I just tweeted this out, but they've tried everything, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this. They've tried advertising, they've tried creating a Facebook page, they've tried Twitter hustle, they've tried Instagram posts, they've tried making a subreddit community, and the bottom line is they can't really break over that couple thousand views per month mark to really break into those growth numbers and be able to chase that full-time dream that they're looking to achieve. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help, so let's freaking go. Cat in the Box Studios, I'm really looking forward to this one, and thank you to everybody who is joining me live, and thank you to Cat in the Box Studios for supporting me on Patreon. So if you're not already familiar with this channel, this is a group, it's a comedy collective group, basically, that is original comedy. And as you can see, there's a bunch of characters up here in the banner, and they make pretty funny videos that they put a ton of time into. So if any of you guys have ever put a lot of time into your videos, I mean, they go out and they go film the stuff like from the back of their car and what have you. Like there's some behind the scenes, that's not their channel, but there's behind the scenes videos. They're out on the road, they have costumes, they have heavy editing afterwards, they've got color correction. They're putting in a ton of effort into producing this content. So if any of you guys can relate to putting a ton of effort into producing videos, but then having them only get like 100 views, that can be extremely frustrating. And so that's where I come in. And I'm gonna go ahead and play this video in the background here so you guys can see some of the production value that they're bringing to the table. This is a group of people that I think just graduated from high school. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're late high school, early college age right now. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I've been stalking you on social media, and they want to chase that dream of full-time YouTube content creation. I want to say that I was this guy. I was this kid. I was the theater kid in high school that was creating videos back when there was old school technology like camcorders and what have you. So I can see that kind of energy from you guys. I was the theater kid, etc. And so as you can see, they have hilarious skits. This one right here is a guy, it's obviously a bicycle cop. He's pulling people over on his bike, and it's pretty funny. So why don't we just listen to some of the content so you guys can kind of get an idea of what it's like here. I'm just going to randomly turn this video on so you can get an understanding of the flavor of the content. But what I'm really going to get into here is a fundamental content strategy shift that needs to occur on this channel. And a lot of you guys need to pay attention to how I'm thinking about this and how you can blow up your own channel fundamentally by changing your content strategy from the ground up. So let's just listen to a quick clip of one of their videos here. Bicycle Cop is this one. As you can see, this ridiculous looking dude on a bicycle just chased down this car. This is just a random video. Let's watch really quick, and then we'll get into the review.
Already experienced, on average, 5 to 6 candy-related nightmares this week.
All over.
I love the pink bike.
You know why I pulled you over, son?
No, sir, I don't. Why do you have a girl's bike?
You say one more thing, and I'm taking you in. What year model is this car?
2015.
All right, I'm not going to play too many more clips. I'm going to play it in the background. But basically, this is like traditional skit comedy. This is sketch comedy. This is like traditional sketch comedy, basically. And so one of the big reasons why this channel is not succeeding is that this is comedy for the sake of comedy, and this is comedy that is funny, and if you actually want to watch these videos all the way through, they're high quality, they're really enjoyable. But the problem is they're on YouTube right now. They're not, you know, they don't have a huge platform. They don't have TV to release their content to. There's not a built-in audience ready to watch these hilarious skits that will have patience to watch 5 minutes on a slower paced skit comedy video. So how can they succeed on YouTube with this group of people? They're 2 years into college, they're not late high school. How can they succeed with this group of people that want to make amazing comedy videos and make it work on YouTube? Well, let's take a look at the numbers and just look at the story here. Right now on YouTube, they're currently getting 1,000 views, 1,100 views per month, and only 8 subscribers per month. So clearly their content strategy right now is not working. And so I'm going to keep it 100 with this group of people, Cat in the Box Studios, on how to improve your strategy, because I was you. I was making videos in college. I was making videos in high school. I was making animations, and my content was going nowhere in college. And this was on the earlier days of the internet, before YouTube, etc. So I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. I know you're not going to get your feelings hurt, and I know you guys wanted this review because you wanted me to be very, very real with you. I'm going to tell you precisely what you need to do to be successful, and it may shock you. I may tell you things that you don't want to hear, but we're just going to do it. So first things first, you're making content on YouTube that you think is good. And that's a good foundation to start with. And you're making, and in your trailer video for your channel, you're saying, this isn't clickbait, this is real comedy, this is real content, you know, we're bringing it to you, the real stuff. And the bottom line is, you guys are going to have to clickbait. And the bottom line is you guys are going to have to do some of the YouTube tactics in order to be successful. That doesn't mean you have to lose your integrity. That doesn't mean you have to lose your creative freedom. That doesn't mean you have to make stuff that you don't actually like and that you guys are really passionate about, but you're going to need to play the YouTube game in order to win on YouTube. And you have a major advantage here because you have multiple people that can invest a ton of time into increasing that production value to do IRL content, which is something that most YouTubers do not have. Most YouTubers are in their bedroom, they're limited, they have a green screen, maybe they have gaming available to them. You guys can do things that can take you above and beyond and way beyond all of a bunch of competitors on YouTube. So the overarching thinking that I want you guys to think about is taking advantage of that in real life element that you guys have, that in real life advantage that you have, and take internet trends and translate internet trends into in real life skit videos. That is what you're going to need to do to be successful. That's the core thing I want you guys to think about the entire time that we do this channel review. Awesome. So if you're doing internet comedy videos and you're doing highly produced content, how is it that you can get views on this content? So if we look at the stuff here and I go down the list, there's a bunch of things here I've never heard of before. Bicycle Cop could be funny, but I've never heard of Bicycle Cop and nobody's searching for Bicycle Cop. Royal Rumble could be funny, but I've never heard of Royal Rumble or any of these people here and nobody's searching for that and there's no traffic for that. Cool Factor looks like it could be funny, but nobody's ever heard of that and nobody's searching for that. That is the bottom line. So in order to get your comedy to be found by other people on the internet, you need to latch onto major trends and have your comedy latch onto those trends while you're in the growth phase of your channel. And in order to do that, you need to be bringing significant value to your audience. And so what's inherent value in a comedy video? Well, it's obviously inherently unique when you watch a comedy video. And especially in this case, you've got a group of unique personalities, costumes, and what have you. But you have to have a second content value in order for your content to get viewed versus all of the competitors out there. So here are some opportunities for you to think about that. Good to see you, 1980s Retro, Relia, Jacob Armstrong, Echo Gaming, Matness, Dusky Gaming. Thank you all for joining me live. Anybody else live? Speak up in chat. I'm reading chat the whole time. And if you guys have relevant questions, let me know, because I've gotten another question from one of my patrons, Mark Spurl, that I'm going to try to answer at the end of this one. So you need to drop a second type of value on your channel in order to have your content take off. And so ideas will include making something that's new and latching onto trending topics on the internet, perhaps. And an example of a very successful channel that's doing that right now is the Warp Zone. I have looked at their strategies, and I've used their strategies on TGN's channel and kind of taken a look at some of their concepts, and we've used some of their strategies on TGN and got over 1 million views on content before. The Warp Zone, if you guys don't already follow this channel, are they're old school YouTubers. They do sketch comedy, but they latch on now their sketch comedy to pop culture and trends, and they're very, very successful. And this is an example of a channel, and I'll link it to all of you guys in live chat, that you need to take a look at if you want to do comedy videos on the interwebs. So, what are they doing? Let's take inspiration from what they're doing. If The Flash had song lyrics, okay, it's a lyrics comedy video that latches onto the Flash trend. People know the Flash, people are searching for the Flash, and so this video will get traction off of that trend. Destiny 2 in real life, Zur's Secret. So they're taking Destiny 2 as a trend, they're making a comedy sketch around it. Now anybody searching for Destiny 2 will discover that content on YouTube. As you can see, they've got similar strategies: Candy Crush, The Flash, DC, Fortnite, obviously video games and Tinder, Destiny 2, Marvel, etc., etc., etc. And so you guys with Cat in the Box Studios need to take inspiration from the Warp Zone strategy. Go find popular things on the internet and translate them into real life through sketch comedy. That way you can use your advantage of having a large group of people, a high production value, to bring your sketch comedy to larger audiences and to a wider audience while you're in the growth phase of your channel. So, new stuff. Well, let's say a new game comes out. So let's look at what Warp Zone did. Candy Crush Friends is the #1 mobile game in the entire world, and they know it. So Candy Crush Friends, they made a piece of content about Candy Crush Friends, and they translated it into an IRL skit. Now they're latching on to the most popular mobile game in the entire world and getting search traffic off of that, plus they're putting comedy on top of that. So they're giving you new value, and they're giving you unique value, and that video already has 220,000 views, right? But you could also, through comedy content, give best value to your audience by, say, taking something that already exists on the internet and making it 25 times more extreme. And so an example of that is what Warp Zone has done here. I'm not going to actually play the video for too long. I don't want to get like copyright claimed or whatever. But as you guys can see, it's this extremely well-produced Mario Kart. Oops, that was very loud. Sorry. Mario Kart Fast and the Furious trailer, where they take Mario Kart and they take it to the billionth degree and they amp it up to bring best value to Mario Kart. And so now Mario Kart is Fast and the Furious, it's super fast paced, and now it is like the umpteenth degree of an internet trend that they took into real life. So that's how you bring best value and latch that onto comedy content. Another way for you to do this is to create IRL challenges based on internet trends. So let's say there's an internet meme out there. I'm just gonna make up an internet meme just as an example. This is not a real meme. Let's say there's an internet meme about, breaking your phone after it falls down the stairs. This is just a random example. Then you guys can make an IRL video of breaking your phone when it falls down the stairs on your channel and take it to the umpteenth level and doing a break your phone when it falls down the stairs sketch comedy video where you're challenging yourselves to, say, drop your phone down 10 flights of stairs without it breaking. Something like that. So you can take challenge content and latch that onto internet trends. And you can also do learning value on your channel through comedy content by, let's say there's memes out there, like trending memes like Thanos car, as an example. Thanos is a huge meme right now. Different Thanos things. Anything that's purple is Thanos. So what if you did a documentary or a mockumentary on Thanos memes and Thanos car, where you did a dead serious documentary on something popular on the internet, and then you taught people about that popular thing on the internet through IRL sketch comedy, then you're bringing multiple types of value. You're bringing unique value and learning value through something like a mockumentary. You see what I'm getting at? You can't do comedy content on YouTube just for the sake of comedy. There is no audience for just funny stuff. There is no audience for funny stuff. If you're trying to get all audiences, you're trying to get no audiences. And right now, your content is just kind of funny skits with no real audience in mind. And so maybe you have an audience in mind, but it is not clear who that audience is. And so everybody out there watching this content, IRL is in real life. That's what that's short for. So everybody out there that's watching this, if you are failing to get audiences to watch your content, if you're failing to get people to watch your channel, it's because you probably don't understand who your audience is and how to connect with them properly. And Cat in the Box Studios, I don't think understands who their audience is. And perhaps they do have an audience in mind, but that audience is not big on YouTube, and that audience is not discovering their content right now. So how is it that you find a target niche on YouTube? This is a fundamental question that Cat in the Box Studios needs to answer, because right now they haven't found that. So what is your thing? So when we take Warp Zone, an extremely successful YouTube channel and collective of very talented YouTubers that have been doing this for years, what is their audience? What is their niche? Well, I'm not saying you do their niche, but their niche is gamers, right? And so if you look at even the banner of their channel, it's a bunch of real dudes playing a game on a couch, and clearly they're having fun with each other and blah, blah, blah. So they're focusing on gamers and geeks comedy. And so when you look through their content, you're gonna see Fortnite, you're gonna see Destiny 2, you're gonna see, different geek related stuff like comic books and what have you, and geeky related movies, Halo, blah, 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 blah. That's their niche. They're targeting basically elder millennial gamers. Bam, that's their audience, and they're making content that's going to attract elder millennial audiences that love geek and video games. When I go to Cat in the Box Studios, I don't see any target audience. I see random characters, people in costumes that look like they're pretty funny, I guess. But there's no target audience here. This just looks like a bunch of random characters and random entertaining people. So you've got to pick what your audience is going to be if you're going to grow on YouTube. And once you pick what your audience is going to be, then you can latch onto trends for that specific type of audience. Echo Gaming says in chat, Spooby needs to be doing content like this. I agree. I've got another patron, Spooby, who is a fantastically charismatic character, if you will, with their channel. And if you have if you are naturally charismatic, if you've done theater in the past, if you can perform on camera and do characters like Cat in the Box Studios can do, and by the way, I think that's Waffello right there, then you need to use that to your advantage to the maximum extent. But being funny and being a character will not get you views. Being funny and making hilarious jokes and videos will not get you views. You have to latch your comedy onto something that people understand. Take a look at any comedian out there right now. Chris Rock, what is his core? His core is the Black American experience. The comedian I showed you guys the other day in my previous channel review about elder millennials. Her core comedy is about elder millennials and what it's like to be in your mid-30s in this world, blah, blah, blah. Take a look at every comedian, and they've got their core audience that they focus on. They don't only make jokes about that core audience or that core experience, but everybody has to have that core audience as a comedian, or you're not in comedy content, or you're not going to go anywhere. When you think of any comedian, you think of their core audience first, right? Exactly. So, what is your core audience? Is it gamers? Is it comic book nerds? Is it film enthusiasts? Is it internetsy memes? People that like internetsy memes? Is it internet culture? You need to choose a target audience, and then you will be able to start building an audience at that point on your channel. The changes that you need to make to your strategy are that fundamental, okay? So stop thinking about I'm gonna make a funny video, and then people will find it. And then I'm gonna make a thumbnail and title about that video, and then hopefully people find my funny video. Instead, you need to completely shift your thinking in how you are targeting an audience. You need to think first about what is my audience as your first step. Then your next step is, what does my audience What are they interested in? Okay? Then after you understand what they're interested in, then you can create a video concept about what they're interested in. Combining what they're interested in plus comedy to appeal to them. Okay? That is the content strategy that's going to work for you in growing your channel. And right now, what you don't know who your audience is, you don't know what they're interested in. All you're doing are these two steps, making videos that are comedy. Do you see the missing part in the strategy? I think I've made that pretty clear, okay? So, and in order to find out whether something that your audience is interested in is getting traction, obviously, you're gonna search for that on Google Trends to confirm that that thing is actually popular on YouTube. And you guys know what the deal is, right? And you also should be using Google Trends to find out what's coming up in the future so that you can create content about something that's going to drop 2 to 3 months from now, release a comedy video about that thing that's going to drop 2 to 3 months from now, and then you can get massive traction from that big trend of the thing that's coming up. So let's say, and I keep bringing this up as an example, but let's say you decide that your niche is video games. And you're gonna appeal to gamers that wanna watch gaming comedy videos, just as an example. Cool, Fallout 76 is coming up, right? And also Anthem is coming up, right? These are two games that are coming up in the future. So I almost guarantee you, almost nobody is making comedy content about Fallout 76 and Anthem, just as an example. So there's going to be zero competition if you do Fallout 76 and IRL, or Anthem IRL content, or doing comedy content around these big trends that are coming up in the future. So a small channel like yours and a small channel like anybody's, if you can make content, unique content about an upcoming trend before it comes out, you will have zero competition. And just by making any comedy video about these upcoming trends at all, zero competition means you instantly become the king of that trend within this particular niche of comedy. So think about upcoming trends, make comedy videos about upcoming trends, and then when that trend gets huge, when something like Fallout 76 or an upcoming movie or an upcoming game or an upcoming comic book or an upcoming TV show then takes off and those multi-million-dollar budgets get triggered, your video will fly off the shelves and your video will get freaking-gantic. Let me show you an example of what Jonathan Moxness made on the TGN channel. I always go back to this example because it worked. We've done it. I know it works from experience. And what John did, he knew that there's going to be a new Dark Souls release coming up. So we made an What If Overwatch Were Dark Souls video on our channel, which it isn't an IRL video, but it is anticipating an upcoming release of a Dark Souls piece of content and then latching on what we currently do on our channel, Overwatch, to that upcoming thing. You get it? So what you currently do on your channel is comedy. Go find an upcoming thing and then latch yourself onto it and grow. And as you can see, this strategy works. We got 1 million views on this video. Cool? I think I've driven that concept home to the millionth degree, but wait, there's more in this channel review. Are you guys enjoying this channel review? I have even more Fuego advice for you along the way. So social media, all the Cat in the Box members are here in chat. What's going on? Colin Crawford's in chat. Cameron is also a part of the channel, I believe, and obviously Jacob Armstrong is. Cat in the Box Studios is in chat. But let's talk about your social media strategy and your social media game. So you told me that you have tried advertising, you've tried building a Facebook page, you've done some Twitter hustle, you've got Instagram posts, you made your own subreddit community, you have been hustling on social media. Good job. Like, good for you. I'm glad that you've been hustling to try to get the word out. But I think that hustle is obviously not yielding you results. And so that's why when I'm telling you this review, I'm telling you to fundamentally change your content strategy at its core and fundamentally change who you're targeting at its core, because all this effort you're putting into promoting your content, all this effort you're putting into shooting new content with your current core strategy just flat out is not working. So here's what you can do on social media. I'm gonna tell you again, to take a look at Warp Zone as an example of what can work within this niche. So right now, if you guys want to see it, Cat in the Box Studios currently has YouTube auto posting on their Twitter account, and they only have 12 followers. So let me tell you, stop doing this right now, please. You're making babies cry. You're not just making babies cry, you're making me cry. Look at these posts. Cat in the Box Studios. Who wants to click this link-riddled, horrendous atrocity on Twitter? Who wants to click this? I added a video to a YouTube playlist. YouTube.bd/gerbity-gerp. Like, who wants to click that? Nobody does. Please turn off Twitter auto integration. Please turn off Twitter auto posting. The Twitter algorithm punishes direct links from platforms like YouTube. Please immediately turn off auto posting. It is hurting your account. Anybody that follows your Twitter account and doesn't click on these auto posts gets burned as a follower. And also the Twitter algorithm will burn your Twitter account hard because all you're doing is posting to other platforms. What does Twitter want? Twitter wants people to stay on Twitter. They don't want people to go to YouTube. When you're only posting YouTube links, that tells Twitter, I should stop suggesting Cat in the Box Studios because this account is doing nothing for me. This strategy is not working. You need to post original content, original videos here. So what ideas can you have? There's two different things that you can do and anybody can do when they want to use Twitter to their advantage. You have hilarious skit videos. So take highlights from your skits, post them as quick little highlight clips on Twitter with a call to action in the corner to go watch the full video on YouTube. It's such an easy strategy. You post those videos natively in Twitter, and please stop, for the love of God, posting these auto YouTube tweets. They just are not good. You want to do native videos posted directly in Twitter. Also, in your banner, and also with your branding overall on all of your socials and your YouTube channel, I would try to get a group photo of all of you guys together to show that you are a group, to show that you are together, and to show that you are real people. And with each of you in these boxes, you kind of look like you're each like actors in different movies or something like that. I don't feel like it really indicates what Cat in the Box Studios really is. This on your channel, your banner right here, doesn't indicate what Cat in the Box Studios really is, or it's really a group of friends. So I think this group of friends should be sitting together, standing together, arms around each other, having a good time in a group together, not in costume, but as real people. That should be your branding. Take Warp Zone as an example. They look like they're having fun. They look like they're friends. They look like this is a group of people that just love making content, have a great relationship with each other. It shows a sense of togetherness and fun. This is what you can be doing for your branding as well. Make yourselves relatable. Share stuff about your production process. Share stuff about yourself as people through your social media avenues, and people will start to care about you. They don't care about your characters. Nobody's heard of any of these characters. So make them care about you as people first. Okay, not as characters first. Your characters, your costumes, that stuff is getting in the way of your success. Get out of the costumes in the banners. Get out of the costumes in the pictures and just be real people. That's gonna make you more relatable. On Instagram, I see that you're posting behind the scenes content of how you're filming your videos. I love it. Keep doing this. Absolutely. But you need to add image content too, and be sure to use stories while you're filming to show behind the scenes while you're filming in real time. And what you can do is you can tell people in your YouTube videos, hey, follow us on Instagram this next Saturday, we're gonna have an Instagram story going where you'll be able to see us filming our next video in real time with our Instagram story. I can't wait to see you guys there. Or you can do an Instagram live stream with one of you guys live streaming while you're out on the road, while you're filming on location, you guys actually filming your content direct to Instagram. Give people a unique reason to go to your Instagram where there's one-of-a-kind, You can only see it here, behind the scenes content where you really get to know the people behind Cat in the Box Studios. Make Instagram that behind the scenes strategy, okay? If I were to tell you to prioritize Twitter or Instagram, I would tell you 100% to prioritize Instagram over Twitter. Instagram will give you organic traction, Twitter will not. Twitter is not growing, Instagram is growing. And comedy content can do really, really well on Instagram. The behind the scenes can do really well as long as you focus on yourself as a person and a slice of life, a slice of the production. And that's the case for all of you guys that are watching right now. Okay, use Instagram to give people behind the scenes on you as an individual, not you as a character. Use Instagram to do live streams to let people do Q&As with you. Use stories to show what coffee you're drinking, what food you're eating, what workouts you're doing, and let people really get a window in on your life, a window in on your process, a window in on what you love as a human being. That will make you relatable, and it will get you those high likes so that you can get those sick Instagram sponsored deals. Okay, on Instagram, people do well on Instagram. Posts about people do well. Posts about good-looking people or interesting people do well, and image content does well. And so right now you've got an almost entirely video strategy here. Be sure to post more images of you guys looking great, being young, being vibrant, having a good time, sharing that Instagram life that people wish they had. So many people wish that they could go out and go film content. So many people wish they had the time to go do that. Use that to your advantage and build an Instagram audience that way. I recommend putting Twitter on the back burner for you guys. Facebook is another big opportunity, and you guys have already tested some advertising. But if you guys want to get big exposure and big views for cheap, use Facebook. And do a Facebook to Instagram integrated strategy. Connect your Facebook account with your Instagram account, have the stories cross-post on your different accounts, and post your videos directly to Facebook, and just put a couple bucks in advertising behind those videos. But before you do that, pick what your audience is, of course. So let's say that you make a video on your Facebook account that is, and I'm just going to use an example. Let's say it's all about Fallout 76, and you do Fallout 76 in real life, and like maybe it's a sketch comedy video about like how awkward it is to eat when you're in the suit in Fallout 76, right? What you can do on Facebook is you can post that video directly to Facebook. You can then create Facebook advertising where you can specifically target only people that speak English that are interested specifically in Fallout 76. And if you do even just a $2 or $5 video post boost with advertising on Facebook, you will reach your target audience by the thousands, perhaps the tens of thousands, and get exposure for just a couple bucks. Facebook gives you a massive opportunity if you know what the interest is of your audience. If you know what they're actually going to, literally what their interest is, whether it's a video game, whether it's a movie, whether it's a hobby, whether it's a whatever, you can specifically target that interest through Facebook ads and get tens of thousands of views to relevant viewers, not doo-doo viewers, relevant viewers on Facebook for $2 to $5. Just skip buying that Starbucks today, get tens of thousands of views on your content on Facebook and win. Put Twitter aside, go an Instagram and Facebook exclusive strategy, use those avenues together, connect those two avenues on the back end, have the stories share between the accounts, have the images on Instagram share to Facebook, and grow Facebook and Instagram together with a limited advertising strategy as well that can help you get big exposure on your comedy videos. Because if you take my recommendation and you do something like what the Warp Zone is doing, look at their Facebook account. This Fast and the Furious video trailer or whatever that they released on Facebook got 6.3 million views. So if you're latching on to concepts like Mario Kart 8, like popular movies, the next Avenger movie, the next Star Wars movie, the next whatever, the TV shows, these topics are so general in interest that you can target people on Facebook with a little bit of an advertising punch, and then on Facebook, it can go viral. because they're general topic videos, right? There are tens of millions of people that are interested in Mario Kart and Fast and the Furious, probably 100 million plus. So people will share that content on Facebook, and your content is much more capable of comedy content that latches onto popular stuff, is much more capable of going viral on Facebook than it is on going viral on YouTube. Cool? That's a Facebook, that's a social media tip for all comedy channels and anybody who's doing general interest content as well. $2 to $5 on those post boosts. I've got somebody in my Discord, Andrew Perrin, that can help you guys with that targeting and help you set up that advertising. Andrew Perrin's my Facebook wizard, okay, who can help you with that. Okay, we already talked about your branding. I want you guys to focus on you as a group, you as buddies, arm around each other, having fun, that connection that you have as a group. Cat in the Box Studios, when I look at your brand, I want to think this is a group of people that are creative, that love each other, that love making content with each other, and I want to feel that vibe through all of your branding. I want to feel that togetherness, that we're buddies, we're friends, we love this creative vibe, you're a group vibe through all of your branding, through your thumbnails, and through your videos. That group, that love that you guys have for each other, make it tangible, and your audience will love you guys for it because they wish that they had friends like that. They wish they could live that life where they could make content and be creative and have such a good time like you guys are going to. You get it? That's the appeal of your branding, all right? And so with your thumbnails, you need to revamp your thumbnail strategy from the ground up. And it starts with that content strategy shift that we were talking about. So I'm not gonna tell you how to improve your old thumbnails. Your old thumbnails are broken from the ground up in terms of the strategy. Now, some of your old content, like this stuff, kind of was headed the right direction, like PUBG Exile of the Fittest. What you need to do is think about concepts that will make for a great thumbnail and a great title first. So everybody out there who's trying to make it on YouTube, this is how you do content strategy. Before you hit record, before you go live, before you do anything on YouTube, think about making a great thumbnail and a great title first. I was just talking with one of my other patrons. He's like, oh my God, Awall, I wish I had talked to you first before I recorded this video because your thumbnail and your title ideas are so great. I'm like, yes. So make a thumbnail and a title concept in your mind before you go film. So what do I mean by that? Let's look at the warp zone again. Study the warp zone. These concepts are so conducive to a thumbnail and a title from the ground up, it's not even funny. So, like they have the if X had Y format, if video games had Tinder, if Marvel had texting, if Facebook was in Overwatch, blah, blah, blah. And so this format is so conducive to a fantastic title and thumbnail from the ground up that it makes these videos a click-through hit, no matter what. And so if you have an if this then that type of format, that makes for a killer title and a killer thumbnail. If Marvel had such and such, great. Put a thing that is a Marvel thing, and then put the other thing that is the second thing. Done. And all of these thumbnails make for a rock solid format, okay? And so think about formats that could work out for you that are incredibly simple, that will make for a killer thumbnail and title. Simplicity is good. Think about 2 to 3 elements. And so that's why comedy content that is like this thing in real life, Fallout 76 in real life, if Fallout had Starbucks, if X, then Y. Thing A in real life. Thing B in this situation. Think subject 1, the really, really popular thing that you're trying to cover on your channel, whether it be geek stuff, movies, TV shows, pop culture, memes. Thing 1, verb, thing 2. Try to make content concepts that are that simple, and your amazing thumbnails and titles will just instantly happen because the concept was so good. Popular thing, X, other thing, twist. Popular thing, twist. Popular thing, then twist. That's pretty much it, right? If DC had Tinder. If DC popular thing had twist Tinder. Right? Think about the format like that, okay? Simple formats make for simple thumbnails, and simple thumbnails and titles get clicks. Straight up. Okay, so I hope that was incredibly helpful for you, for your channel strategy. That is the end of that channel review, but wait, there's more. I've got a question from Mark Spurl here that you guys want to stick around for. He's been trying to figure out how to improve his strategy, and he's been posting 2 to 3 videos per week, mostly reviews and how-tos, and he's trying to figure out where he should go with his channel. This is a technology channel, and I'm gonna help Mark Spurl right now by analyzing his strategy and helping him grow his channel, and you guys can learn a lot from this. So, Cat in the Box Studios, go make incredible content. Go latch onto popular internet trends and give that twist on the popular internet trend, and you will become successful. Popular internet trend and twist. That format will blow your channel the hell up. Channel review complete. Let's now go. Cat in the Box Studios, thank you very much for your patronage, but we need to move on. Honestly, Cat in the Box Studios, you guys have so much potential. You have so much talent, but you guys need to kind of rethink that strategy from the ground up. You cannot grow a YouTube channel unless you're latching on to things that are popular, period. So take your talent, take your IRL, take your strategy, latch onto things that are popular, and ride that wave into full-time content creation as the dream. You're absolutely welcome, Cameron. You're absolutely welcome, guys. Follow up with me on Discord. Ask me questions. That's what I do for my patrons. That's what's up. Mark Spurl, if you're not already familiar, extremely high-quality technology channel, is wondering what he should do with his content strategy. Let's talk about, and this is going to be an interesting one for everybody who's watching, who's trying to make a living making content on the internet. How do you mix what's currently working on your channel versus new things that you want to experiment with, because you need to grow your channel? And what you're currently doing isn't growing your channel, but you're worried that if you go do new stuff, it'll kill your channel. Can anybody relate to that? I mean, almost all of you guys message me about this all the time. Awall, I'm making Clash of Clans content, but I'm stuck at 1,000, views per video. I want to grow my channel, but I'm worried about alienating my subs. How many of you guys have thought about that before? Hey, Awall, I'm making fishing videos on my channel. I know that expanding into maybe talking more about boats or something like that would grow my channel. It's trending right now. Or I'd love to do cooking videos, but I'm worried about alienating everybody that's following for fishing. And you know, people obviously are thinking about the YouTube algorithm. If your subscribers aren't clicking your videos, then your click-through rate goes down. And if your click-through rate goes down, then your channel starts to die. And then you could send your channel into a spiral when you're trying to expand into new content. What is a man to do? What is a woman to do? What to do? Well, guess what? I have answers for all of you. WH Gamers is saying, hey, why don't I play Shadowgun Legends anymore? So basically, I transitioned from Canada to the United States, and I had to move my family here and completely revamp my job and what I'm doing for a living, and move my family to a new country and establish a new life back in the United States. So I just didn't have time to play a mobile game 20 hours a week. That's why I don't play Shadowgun Legends anymore. Okay, that's the real answer. Okay, great. So, how can Mark Spurl improve his strategy on his channel? What should he do to expand? So let's talk about, let me pull up just a fun video from Mark so you guys can kind of get an idea here of what his content's like. We're gonna play this in the background. He's doing this Honda Accord Smart Car review video. He has a legit technology channel, everybody. Very, very legit. How do you guys like the media player over here? It's pretty sick on the mini player. I really, really like it. Great. So he's been spending a few days thinking about how to improve his strategy. He would like to stick with videos like reviews and like new products that have low competition, as opposed to like reviewing the iPhone and reviewing the next big TV or the next big laptop, the next big whatever on his technology channel. And he's thinking about maybe Going after stuff that has low competition on mid to high amounts of search volume, that's a pretty smart strategy. Using the 80-20 rule, he's going to post 2 to 3 videos per week, mostly reviews and how-tos for those specific tech products. And you want to use the remaining 20% for unique things that are going to build a better connection with your audience. Interesting. So you're worried about posting just review content because you're going to lose your relatively small audience, and it's important for generating a lot of traffic. How are you going to generate more permanent traffic on your channel is the question. What is a good focus for you? Mark Spurl, I have the right answer for you. Having managed YouTube channels that have switched between something like 19 different topics over the course of 8 years and something like 5,000 videos, I can tell you from experience that you should never worry about your current audience, especially if your current audience is not getting you the results that you're looking for in terms of growth. So a lot of creators, we're gonna have real talk time right now. Let's have real talk time, everybody. All of you guys out there that are worried about your current subs leaving, all of you out there that are worried about your current subs not going to watch your new content, all of you guys worried about how changing your content strategy is going to kill your channel. I need you guys to rethink that all the way from the core. YouTube channels don't exist anymore. Sub boxes are completely broken. All right? And that's not me trying to be negative. I'm being real. And so, as far as the algorithm is concerned, YouTube channels don't exist. YouTube channels used to exist in the algorithm. There used to be, remember there used to be like this thing called like a trusted rating on your channel? This was back on old versions of YouTube's algorithm and Google's algorithm. There used to be a trusted rating with websites too. And Google and YouTube used to think about your channel or think about your website or think about your platform in terms of how much trust it had. And it used to have this algorithm that would trust your channel if people go there and they don't have a high bounce rate off of your website. I don't know if any of you guys ever looked into marketing or the old algorithms, but that's the way it used to work. And so there was an algorithm for YouTube that worked in a similar way. YouTube would assign a trusted rating to your channel, and if people went to your channel, they watched a bunch of content and they didn't bounce off of your channel, basically leave your channel, just like websites. If you send people to a website, if Google search sent people to a website, they stayed there and it didn't bounce off the website, that would increase your trusted rating, and then YouTube and Google would push that destination more, suggest it more, make it show up in search more. It would grow that thing because it's trusted and it's good, right? Well, that ain't the way that it is anymore, guys. It doesn't work like that anymore. Your YouTube channel mark doesn't exist in the algorithm anymore. The only thing that exists anymore for Mark or for any other creator on YouTube are your videos. There is no channel. There is only videos and how those videos connect with audiences. That's it. There is no channel and how your channel connects with audiences. Your channel literally does not exist in the YouTube algorithm. All your channel is basically a vessel to hold your videos. It is a vessel for you to upload stuff to. It is a vessel for you to look at analytics and for you as a creator to interact with YouTube and to upload videos to YouTube. So stop thinking about your channel and it dying or worried about your core audience on your channel either, right? So your subscribers on your channel that are watching your current content, Mark, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you and everybody else out there who's watching, are only helping you maybe achieve a couple hundred views per video. So no offense to your subscribers. This is not a knock on your subscribers, but your subscribers really don't matter that much. A couple hundred views per video isn't that much. And so you need to be thinking about building new audiences, not serving this current audience that isn't helping you become very successful. That's me keeping it 100 with you, and that's me keeping it 100 with anyone else who's trying to grow a new channel. That doesn't mean you crap on that audience. That doesn't mean you're mean to them. That doesn't mean you release content that will deliberately upset them. And that doesn't mean that you tell them that they don't matter. What that means is that you need to implement a strategy for new viewership and constantly focus on that. And if the old viewership happens to follow you along for the ride, great. If your old subscribers come back later on, like WH Gaming Gamers just did here in chat, was followed me for gaming content in the past, and they come back and they support you in the future, fantastic. But you need to do what you need to do to grow your channel moving forward. And everybody who's watching right now who has a YouTube channel that is underperforming, that has a small YouTube channel, a channel that's not growing, and they feel like their subscribers or what they're currently doing is holding them back from success, then it is. It just is. So don't let your current subscribers hold you back from growing on YouTube. Stop thinking about your subscribers being your key to success, and instead think about your new viewership being a key to success. So Mark, what should you do with your channel moving forward? I love your idea of making review content around low competition, yet mid to high search volume products. But I recommend a twist on what you're currently thinking. So what you should do, I think, is research upcoming products that are going to be low competition and make an initial review video on that piece of content. And research a couple more products, then do a review piece of content on each one of those products. Whichever one of those products gets more traction in the first video, drop all other videos that you were planning on making at that point and ram it home with that particular product and make video after video after video after video about that one product that got you traction. Okay? So let's say you review this VR camera right here on your channel and you do an initial piece of content about it and it gets an exceptional amount of views on your channel. Eliminate all 3 of the other reviews you were planning on doing the upcoming week and instead do more content about that particular camera until that camera runs out of juice. So maybe the review video is your intro video to your strategy where you review the product, blah, blah, blah. Then the next video is a how-to on that product. The next video is a comparison of that product to other products. The next video is a etc., etc., etc. Latching on to this thing that worked on your channel and sucking it dry of all of the views that it could possibly provide you. Then, once you stop getting views off of that particular product, then move back into the experimental phase where you're testing more products in the future until you find a new product on your channel that is going to be your hit for that week or for that couple weeks, and then repeat the same strategy over and over and over again. That's what you should do on your channel. So find products that are low competition, mid to high search volume, make initial content about them, reviewing them. If that review gets traction, drop everything and make supplementary content around that particular product. Compare it to other things, teach people how to use it, do an unboxing, do everything you can think of and experiment with other content so that whenever people search for that product on YouTube, you completely dominate all of the search results. It's Mark Spurl in slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for that particular product until it runs out of juice. Then move on to the next thing and suck the next carcass dry for views and growth on YouTube. That's the strategy for you right now, in my opinion. Don't worry about your current subs. Your current subs might not like that VR camera. Your current subs might not like that hoverboard. Your current subs might not like that niche phone. Your current subs might not like that Bluetooth-enabled flashlight or whatever. But you know what? Your current subs are only getting you maybe 100 or 2 views per month. And if you want to be a successful technology channel, you need to be getting tens of thousands of views per video. Okay? I hope that was helpful. I kept it 100 with you, as I do always. I hope that was valuable for you. Thank you so much to everybody who watched. Thank you so much to everybody who is supporting me on Patreon. And if you would like me to review your channel, if you would like me to coach you to success, I have a Patreon where you guys can sign up for that. I'm going to post a link in chat, and then there's going to be a link in the description as well. Come join me on Patreon. I'm here to help all of you guys become more successful. I think, the most cost-effective Patreon ever. I do these channel reviews for $25 a month. And I do one-on-one coaching for $150 per month. That is like 50% less than pretty much everybody else out there, because I want to make it affordable for you guys to be able to afford, especially you growing YouTubers, you smaller YouTubers that are just trying to make it and don't have a lot of money yet. I'm here to help you. I'm all about it. I want to make you successful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow for more knowledge bombs and for more content. Have a great day, keep making amazing content, and keep being honest with yourself, because that being honest with yourself about your strategy and about your destination is your path to success. Adios, amigos.